I spoke with our senior international regarding reaction from the UN and the international community.
Well, of course, they're all very upset. They saw this as a surprise. They didn't know it was coming. I've been following a number of the tweets and so forth. I want to share one with you. This is from Human Rights Watch, Hillel Nuer. They keep a close eye on Israel and what is happening at the UN with Israel. They were very good friends with Nikki Haley. This is what Hillel said. He said, "I had to learn that Ambassador Nikki Haley's resigning, facing an assembly of dictatorships and their apologists. History will record that she stood up to her faith, fairness, and human rights, that she did so with courage, eloquence, and grace. I will miss her." So many of the diplomats will miss Nikki Haley, Mark, and they're very sad to see her go. Publicly, they may not say that. Privately, they admired her.
Definitely a woman of courage. Can
Yes.
you break it down for us about her accomplishments in the approximately 2 years that she served for the U.S. as ambassador, including her record on religious and defending persecuted believers worldwide?
Well, of course, it wasn't just Christians that she defended. She came to the defense of the Rohingya refugees, the worst humanitarian crisis in the world today. They are from Myanmar. They were forced because of violence against them to go and become refugees in neighboring Bangladesh. She spoke out forcefully on their behalf, also for religious freedom around the world. But I think, Mark, what she'll be most remembered for is her commitment to the state of Israel, how she defended Israel when Israel repeatedly came under fire at the UN. Also, when she said, look, we have a right to put our embassy where we want to put it, at the time that the U.S. moved the embassy from Tel Aviv to Jerusalem.
Yes, she was definitely a staunch defender of Israel.
Of course, and she always has been.
Okay.
Yes.
What else can you tell us about Nikki Haley? I mean, we talked a little bit about possible plans. What is your gut feeling? What do you think is going to be happening with her in the future?
Oh, Nikki Haley isn't done yet. Look, she's young. She's only in her mid-40s. Look for her to possibly become a presidential candidate in 2024. Once Donald Trump is done running for re-election and so forth, Mark. But I've got to say one thing. Some people are saying the timing of this is interesting, given that the president met with Rod Rosenstein on Air Force One last night, and then bam, the next morning, Nikki Haley resigns. Was she the one, the author of that op-ed piece in the New York Times, the anonymous op-ed piece from a senior administration official that was critical of the president and his judgments?
Anything else you can tell us about her faith in office?
Well, look, she was very private about her faith. She received a lot of criticism when she was governor and running for governor of South Carolina because she was raised a Sikh Hindu. Her parents, of course, from India. She's from Indian heritage, but she converted to Christianity years ago, and she and her husband both are practicing and Methodists. They worship regularly in church.
All right, Gary, thanks so much for your insights,
Certainly.
as always.